All right, a little while ago, I got done doing a little consultation with a gal who, um, you know, I guess she wanted to talk to me in hopes of being motivated um, to sort of get back to some level of health. Now, her story is somewhat tragic in that um, she was doing a carnivore diet, lifting weights, doing pretty well, um, and she's got lives up in South Dakota, and she's watching. She knows who she is, um, and tragically, she lost her son to suicide. Her son was a Marine, committed suicide, which she still hasn't fully processed and grieved a few years back. And then during COVID, they ended up losing their jobs because her and her husband, because they did not want to take a vaccine, basically. And so because the company they were working with had a federal contract, so they lost their job. She'd lost her son and lost a lot of motivation, and it kind of fallen, I guess, in some ways financially, it was more difficult for her to do that. And then just the general tragic situation made her sort of fall off on this. And she was just, really struggling. I could tell she was still quite depressed and sad, and was looking maybe that I could somehow provide motivation for them. And I just can't do that. I mean, I can say, things I think might inspire people, but ultimately, you can't rely on motivation to make those changes that are going to be necessary. Now, like this person, she was in her early 50s, and 30, 40, maybe 50 years of life potentially left in her, and other children that would depend upon her. And so there's so many reasons to be around, to be present, to be healthy, and to be a valuable resource for all these other people around, not only the husband and so on and so forth. So there's many, many reasons for you. I mean, the world is generally better off with you in it than with you not in it, right? For anybody that's going through that. And, sometimes it's just, you can't wait for motivation. I mean, if I had to wait for motivation to do the things I do, I wouldn't do 90% of it. I just do it because I just feel that it's the right thing for me to do. And it reinforces that. I mean, I went through some very tragic times in my life too, where I literally questioned whether it was worth living or not. And fortunately, very fortunately, I didn't turn to alcohol and drugs and, sort of destructive behaviors, which many people often do. I was very blessed in that I was able to have some sort of healthy outlets and copanisms. Primarily, a lot of it was through exercise. I remember just jumping rope mindlessly until the pain went away. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of jump ropes, and just to numb my mind from the pain that I was in. And eventually, that morphed into improving my overall health, improving my mental health, improving my mental state. And, it's still these things that were affecting me that are still sore points. I still, when I think about it, I get angry that I, in a way that it happened, angry that it affected me in such a way that I would even think about, not thinking about, being alive. So I guess the thing is I can't motivate somebody. I mean, in any motivation I would provide, even if I could, would be fleeting. It would be temporarily for a day, a couple of weeks, maybe at most. So, I mean, eventually you've got to just start doing it, doing those things that are going to be beneficial to you, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's changing your diet, whether it's, socializing in a healthy way, involving yourself in some sort of activity that you can get some level of pleasure and gain some sort of maybe expertise in or skill in. These are things that you just have to do it. I mean, it's a struggle for life, and life is going to be a struggle. It's always going to be a struggle, but that's the beauty of it. If life were easy, if life gave you everything you wanted without any effort, it wouldn't be worth living, quite honestly. In a way, we're getting that way in society, where everybody wants everything handed to them, and we become so deconditioned to any kind of stressful behavior. And again, this is just a reflection of society in general, where we become so soft-bodied, so soft-minded. So we don't want that. We want struggle. We want life to be hard at times, and we want to overcome those things. And in my view, that's what makes life living, and that's what makes life special. And when you have those wonderful things that will occur, they become that much better for you. All right. So anyway, for anyone out there that's struggling, again, motivation is fleeting. You just have to start doing it, even if you profoundly don't want to. You just do it. You force yourself, and then with time, you'll see those changes, and you'll be in a much better situation, I hope. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.